There's an idea that the free movement of workers and the influx of EU immigration leads to British people losing their jobs. Is this true?
If you have a severe recession, it is possible there may be some element of that. In normal times, no. In normal times, the benefit of immigration, and in this case migration from the EU, is extremely positive. You know, migrants contribute more to GDP, more to taxation than is spent in terms of welfare benefits or other benefits. No, immigration is and all the studies show this over many years, that immigration benefits countries. I mean, in the immediate post-war period, the Gastarbeiter system in Germany had lots of Turkish workers coming in to Germany, and the ability to increase the population meant that drove the economy forward in Germany. So no, I don't know why people don't say this more. Migration and immigration is a positive benefit. Yes, you have to provide social and physical infrastructure if your population is increasing. That would be true whether it came from an increased birth rate or whether it came from migration or immigration. That's what you have to do, and that's what's not happened. Expenditure on housing and on social infrastructure needs to be increased to match the benefit of migration and immigration.
So why do you think people just keep bringing the question back to immigration when the figures apparently don't back these arguments up?
It's a good question. I think it's because people fear change, and they fear the unknown, and they fear difference. So I mean, it's interesting actually, because there was a substantial, has been a substantial migration of Poles into the UK, including in the northeast. Although migration in the northeast is much less than it is in London and the southeast. But they've been absorbed without any problem at all. Until UKIP started going on about this, we didn't have any problems at all. Nobody complained, even though a substantial number of Poles came in, although a number have gone back, because what does happen, and this again you could ignore, is they keep quoting the actual the minimum wage in Romania or something. The wages in Poland were a fifth of what they were when the migration started. They're now substantially more. In other words, and money goes back from migrants here to that. And a fair number of migrants have actually gone back. They come here temporarily and then go back when their own country, as has happened, continues to develop and grow within the EU.
In terms of institutions like the NHS, some people have claimed that these structures just can't cope with the amount of immigration that the EU brings in. Do you think that's true?
No, it's vastly outweighed by the fact that over 30% of the staff in the NHS are actually either immigrants or migrants from Europe and from elsewhere, the Philippines in particular. So, no, the NHS would collapse if it weren't for immigration and migration.
So, in a few sentences, do you think you could make the case for the North East staying within the EU?
Well, I think this region in particular, the benefits, as I say, in terms of trade, the fact that the only way we're going to be able to grow, because we're a small region, is by trade, and trade with the EU is and we do substantially have that. Countries like Belgium, Flanders in Belgium, Sweden, we have a good trade with Sweden, with France, etc. And this is developing, quite rapidly. So it's northeast in a global Europe, and Europe is a global player. So through Europe, through supply chains, you can be trading with the rest of the world. So no, I think in business terms the case is unanswerable. And if you take account of social Europe and the benefits to workers and their families, then there's a positive benefit on that side as well. So I think that really, on both sides, whichever side you look at, whichever area you look at. And then politically, if someone said to me, you've had a lot of experience, Michael, in working for the Commission, working for the European Parliament, what do you say is the benefit? I think one of the main benefits is learning from others. Just, we're a family of nations within the EU. Our history is bound up with Europe. We've always been part of Europe. We are still part of Europe. We are Europeans. It's interesting that the German Chancellor Angela Merkel, when she came over, she used the phrase "we Europeans." Now, it'd be very nice if British politicians of any party started saying that we are Europeans, because we are.